Hey guys, Craig Beggins here. I'm the broker for C21 Beggins Enterprises, and I've got a really important and timely message for you that I really want you to listen to. And it's going to save you a lot of money. I walk my dog every morning, and I ran into a neighbor, and they just moved here from Maryland. And we were talking about Florida, the benefits of living in Florida. Right? She's new. And she was talking about tax-free state, income tax-free, all that stuff. And I said, what about property taxes? And she's like, I don't even know about that. And I told her that homestead exemption is an amazing benefit. And she wasn't aware of it. And she didn't file for it for the first year. Well, you all know that our property values went up 30% last year, right? So there's three main benefits to property tax in Florida, right? It's called homestead exemption. So the status of your property on January 1, if you own it in your name on January 1, and you live in it as your primary residence, you can claim homestead exemption, which gives you three benefits. Number one, it knocks $50,000 off your assessed value, right? So if your house is $350, you only get assessed at $300. So you save $50,000 worth of taxable value. Number two, which is the most important, is you are capped at a 3% per year valuation increase. So if your house is worth $300,000, next year it can't be worth more than $309, 3%. So last year we went up 30%. So a $300,000 house went up $90,000. So theoretically, the Taxation Bureau could assess you at $390,000. But because you have homestead exemption and you've got the Save Our Homes Benefit Tax Act, you only get assessed, you can't go up more than $309. So imagine that over time. That's why it says in our purchase and sale contract, don't rely on the previous owner's property taxes when you're making your decision to buy a home, because they're going to reassess the value every year on January 1st, right? Now, I'm capped. I've lived in my home for 22 years. When I built my home, my gosh, it was not much. Now it's worth a lot. But my taxes are so low. I mean, I'll give you a number just for fun. So my taxes are about $8,000 a year. So somebody shopping would see, oh, that's a nice house, and the taxes are only $8,000 a year. What a deal. But the person who buys my house is going to get reassessed as of January 1, and it's going to go up to its current market value. And I Googled it. I didn't Google it. I went to the property appraiser's website and typed in my home and what a purchase price would be. And the new homeowner would get a $22,000 tax bill, right? So you can't rely on the previous homeowner's taxes because they've been capped for years because of the Save Our Homes Tax Act. So the third benefit is what's called portability, right? So if you've lived in your home for a long time and it's no longer meets your needs and you want to move, when you go to a new home that, let's say you lived here for 20 years and you go buy a new home, say you sell your home for $500,000 and you go buy a $500,000 house, where you're going to reassess and pay taxes on a $500,000 house, but you're used to paying taxes on a $200,000 house because that's what you bought it for. So that kind of messes you up in retirement when you try to change. So the third component of the Florida tax law is that you can port your savings. So they take the difference between the assessed value and market value, and you can take that difference and apply it to your new home and reduce that tax too. So the overall message is, this is December 8th, right? You have until January 1 to claim homestead exemption if you haven't done it. So you want to make sure you claim homestead exemption if you own a home in Florida and it's your primary residence. And don't miss out. Like my neighbor, you know, her house, I think she bought it for $600,000 and it's worth like $1.2 million now. So now she's going to get her benefits next year, but she's going to start at $1.2 million where she could have claimed her exemption at $600,000. I don't want that to happen to you. Have a good one.